Yeah, welcome viewers. This is our 5th episode, maze. We really appreciate your continuous support, maze. Pale YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, share. Let people get the awareness of health. Remember, these shows we only do to make sure you benefit from all the health aspects. Remember, we are going from disease to disease, making sure you stay safe and healthy. Now, today our topic is more interesting. Yeah, and our topic today is one of the most affecting issues in our families, mazi. Kuna place wale pale wase hawakubaliani family planning issue. See, wase people think family planning is about to keep safe days, yani unakaa umwe ama kutumia tu condom hapana. Mazi, today I got you people. That's why our doctors today is going to explain more about that. Welcome, doctor.
Welcome back. I'm Masi Mutahi. I work here at Better Care, and thank you.
Yeah, so Masi, thank you for coming back to the show. Remember, the topic we did last was much interesting. Now today we are talking about family planning. Mm-hmm. Generally, what is family planning?
Our family planning is a method where family manages how many children they will get. So it's supposed to be used by a family. It's a decision between a male and a female, that is a husband and a wife, for them to discuss how many children they will get.
Yeah, like sometimes unasikianga, you get to hear like the wife decided since the man is not cooperating, anakimbia, anaeko, then anakuja tu na meeting. Is it advisable?
It's not advisable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have to choose one family planning, basically people call them contraceptives. Yeah. If you have to choose one, use it throughout.
You don't change from one to another.
You can change from one to another depending on how is it
responding to you.
Yeah, how is it responding to your body?
Yeah, and like, do you have age limit of family planning, or you just say the moment you feel I got like they usually have teenage, they are so anxious to know what about family planning. So is it advisable? Look, if you just know you are fit, you jump and get a family planning or what is it?
No, it's not advisable.
Yeah.
Or actually there's an age limit. Here in Kenya, below 18 years you're a child.
Yeah.
So don't use a family planning. Family planning is supposed to be used to those people who are married.
Yeah. Or married, not past 18.
Not even past 18. As long as you're married, use it. Don't use a family planning when you're not married, actually, because it will give you a freedom for interacting with.
Okay, and what are the various methods used in family planning? Like, and what makes you decide this is do you try all then decide this is the best one, or is it advisable? Are there medical considerations that are made to decide this is the one you should use for this person?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
At first, let me say there are two types of family planning.
Yeah.
There is a hormonal family planning and there is non-hormonal. Hormonal family planning means that family planning you are getting has hormones. Hormones are, let me say, they are like chemicals which are already produced in the body, but those are artificial chemicals or artificial hormones you're getting to prevent this pregnancy or to arrange this pregnancy, the next pregnancy. So there are two, as you said, there are hormonal and non-hormonal method of family planning. The hormones, I'll start with the non-hormonal, which are common. Yeah, non-hormonal one is condom. Yeah. There are condoms. Two, we have lactational amenorrhea. That is when a mother is lactating, that is you have given birth, now you're lactating within the first 6 months. But I usually don't advise people to use it for the past 6 months. They can also start early because you don't know the hormones, you don't know how much the hormones you have and how they are going to respond to you. So there is that lactational amenorrhea, that is when you're breastfeeding, you can have intercourse without using any other family planning, the hormonal type. Yeah. Then another family planning which is non-hormonal, we call them IUCDs, which people call them coil.
Oh, coil, yeah.
It's a non-hormonal, copper IUCD. It's a non-hormonal. and it can be used for a longer time period. When it's inserted in the uterus, you can use it for up to 10 to 12 years. Yeah. Then there's hormonal. Those are the common ones that people know. There are others like a cup, vaginal cup, or cervical cup that are inserted to prevent the sperm. There is a spray, but I'm not going to discuss that. I'm just going to discuss the non-hormonal. I've discussed 2. I've discussed 3. There is a reason I've skipped the safe method, because people say, oh, I am in safe days, and you don't. For the safe days, you have to have a regular cycle. That is, you have having a regular cycle, and there is no other intermenstrual bleeding. You don't bleed in between, and you're not using other hormonal type. So don't say that last time I was on another hormonal methods of family planning, and now I'm using safe days. No, you have to go to your doctor and let him or her explain what safe methods of what safe days is and what kind of a family planning it is. So let me go to hormonal. The hormonal family planning, I'll group them. There are those that are called pills. Pills, there are 3 types. There is an emergency, that is, people call them postnatal 2. P2.
P2, oh, P2, the famous P2.
Which it's usually misused. It's misused by so many young people, young couples. I can say.
The famous
Which it's not supposed to be. It's not a family planning, because, as I said, it's an emergency pill.
Emergency.
And it's not supposed to be taken every month or every day. It's an emergency. So an emergency, call it when like a person is a victim of rape. You can use that one. And if you're between the reproductive age, you can use that emergency pill. Then other method or other pills, type of pills, they are progesterone only pills, and they are combined COCs. So the progesterone only pills, they are effective or they are safe. They are safe used by mothers who are lactating. A mother is lactating, or she has given birth, and the child is below 6 months. So the mother is safe to use that pill, progesterone only pill. We call them POP. Then another one is, it's a monthly daily pill for a month. And you continue using it, a daily pill. Then there is a contraception called combined oral contraception. We call them COCs. It can be used by a mother who has a child from 6 months and above, or other people who are not lactating with a child below six months. So you can use it. It's also a daily pill. And then there is injectables. Injectables, there is one we have, we call them Depo-Provera. We have people they are injected, and then after every 3 months, they get another dose. And it has a high hormone. It has a high hormone.
Is it the same one that people say for 10 years, 5 years?
No, that's an injectable. We have Depo-Provera. People call them Depo there outside. I don't know if there is another name. They call them Depo. Then we have the implants now. The implants, we have 2 kinds. We have Jadel, which lasts for 5 years, and then we have Implanon, which lasts for 3 years. And it has a low rate of hormone compared to the Depo-Provera. So I don't advise couples who are waiting to get another baby. I usually don't advise them to use Depo-Provera. But as long as it's your choice. Family planning is a couple's choice. So then there is also another coil which has a hormone. The other one which has no hormone is called Cobalt. Now this that has hormone, it also lasts from 6 years to 10 years to 12 years. Yes.
So like, and what are there differences between, mostly when we hear about family planning, we think it's women thing. No. It's a women thing. Mostly people think, like, as a man, I don't have to do any family planning, so that the women's thing. Are there differences between men and women? Are there cases when you suggest, like in this case, the man should be the one to undertake the family planning?
We do suggest, but Kenyan men are hard. To get a person who will get sterilization method as a family planning, most of them refuse. But it's an advantage. Sterilization is an added advantage.
And how long does it take, or it's a lifetime thing?
It's a permanent. As a woman, there are those family planning which, when done, they can't be reversed. One is tubal ligation for female. When you're done giving birth, you can do a tubal ligation. The two tubes, the fallopian tubes are blocked, or they are
permanently.
Permanently. And also it happens for the men. We call them sterilization. It's a office procedure actually.
Like why men refuse? In women, you can say you are done giving birth, but men, you have to keep on checking your fertility.
No, but when you are done as a family, I think it's a family decision.
It's a family.
So if you see that there is a pill burden for this lady to keep on taking pills, and this, this hormonal contraception, they have side effects. So with those side effects, you can say this female has gotten a lot of side effects through this. Why don't I also as a man get sterilization method and I'm done giving birth?
So like, what is the difference? Are there different types of family planning when it comes to a man, or it's just sterilization?
That one, there are three. You can use a condom. There are those male condoms you can use. You can also do a withdrawal. And you can use sterilization. So you can also decide on those three.
Like you say there are side effects of family planning now. Like what are the family planning effects, side effects or such? Are they categorized, or they are just general that if you use these automatically you will come with this?
Okay, there are those side effects that comes with hormonal contraceptions, mostly. So at first you have to know your status and the health status general. Like, are you diabetic? Are you hypertensive? So if you're hypertensive and you're obese, we don't advise people to use the hormonal family planning, the hormonal methods of family planning which have a high dose of hormones like Depo. So if you are hypertensive, avoid Depo, Provera. That's our 3-month injection, avoid it. Then, if like you have a sexually transmitted disease you've been treated for a sexually transmitted disease, or you have a discharge, PV discharge, avoid coil because it's being inserted into the uterine through the vagina to the cervix to the uterus. So to avoid those transmission of the disease, just avoid coil. Unless it's treated fully and it's confirmed that you treated fully, you're safe to use now. So for the side effects, I'll say we have the hormonal types. We have intermenstrual bleeding. There are those that it's different from the way it can react as for me. The way it can respond to me, it's not the same way it is going to respond to another individual. So if you're using a method and somebody else, or if I'm using a method, I won't advise another person to use it because it is responding to me in a safe way. It's an individual decision. Don't listen to other people. Listen to your medical doctor or your nurse that is the one who are giving this family planning. Listen to them first. Don't just generalize yourself. Be an individual. Go to the hospital and get advice. So because we have intermenstrual bleeding, as I was saying, then another thing, you can have a period of amenorrhea. Intermenstrual bleeding, so let me explain further, is when you bleed in between the month. It's not your regular menses day, but you bleed. There are those who bleed weekly and it prolongs for 2 weeks. They continue bleeding. These are the kind we call intermenstrual bleeding. Then we have spotting. When you're using, you start spotting. You see small drops of blood in your pants, but it's not much, it's not bleeding, it's spotting. Then we have for the same hormone, I'm discussing now hormonal. Yeah. We have other, like you can gain weight, you can lose weight. Not everybody is going to gain weight, or you can maintain. It's a hormone. Yeah.
And it responds
differently to people. Yeah. And then there are those who get acne, the pimples on the face. Yeah, they are called acne. You get acne, and it responds differently. So there are those acne. Yeah. Then when you're sexually active with a multiple partner, we don't advise people to use oil. Yeah. Because you might get, there are some strings which are left hanging for the next removal or check, the next visit to the doctor to check if it's still intact. Yeah. So don't use, if you're sexually active with multiple partner than one, or your partner, you're suspecting your partner might be cheating, kindly don't use coil. Yeah, because if they are not using a condom, there are side effects that get too much. I don't know if you've heard of pelvic inflammatory diseases. Yeah, which usually can lead to infertility.
Yeah, so this now takes me to the next question. Like, there are factors that determine, I just learned that there are factors that determine which family planning, necessarily you don't have to decide, but then there are conditions that you have, like we said, according to the condition or you are in currently, you cannot use this. So like each family planning method has its considerations. Mm-hmm. Like you just see when you are obese, you don't use this, and you are diabetic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like that now.
As you said, there are those factors. Yeah. But as for let me go back to the coil. Yeah. For the coil, if you have never given birth, don't try using it. Yeah. Because we usually measure your uterine. Yeah. The size of your uterus, so there are those discomforts that you get, and you'll have pain for maybe a month. Then you will have bleeding. You can have bleeding or not. Or your menses can change. They can be too much, or the day can be prolonged. The days of that your cycle days can be prolonged. So, and then as we said, there are those limits. So if a young mother who is also willing to get another baby, they are advised not to use Depo-Provera because it has a long fertility return. Fertility return is if I use this family planning today and it's ending this day, how fast can I get another pregnant? Can I become pregnant? How fast can I become pregnant? So there are those long fertility return. It takes time for you to return to fertility. Depo is one. Yeah, Depo is one. It can take from 1 month to indefinite. So there are those who will get pregnant after 1 month. There are those who will get pregnant after 5 years.
So
there are those who never get pregnant.
So you can use Depo and become infertile for life.
It has a high dose of hormone. It has a high dose hormone. So I won't advise people to use that much. Yeah, not that I'm discouraging, but if you already have given birth, you can also use it. There are those that people will respond very well, in fact, with Depo-Provera, but there are those who will respond poorly. Yeah. Then another thing with the other hormones, let's start with pill. Pill infertility return is estimated from 1 month to 2 months when you're using pills. Depo-Provera, that's the injectable. The return is from 1 month to indefinite. Then for the implants, you call them implants, the layman is implants. The Implanon and Jadel for those 3 years and 5 years is from 1 month to 3 years or 5 years. You can still get pregnant because the rate of hormone is low for them compared to Depo-Provera. Yeah.
So like now, what you said when you are diabetic, there are factors that there are methods you can't use. What is the relationship?
Because these are hormones.
Yeah.
You know, when you're diabetic, meaning that there is a hormone that is not responding to insulin.
Oh yeah.
That is produced by the pancreas.
Yeah.
So when you have diabetes, there are those hormones that are failing to respond. So what if you are using the hormonal methods? So for those who have chronic conditions like hypertension and diabetes, we advise them to use non-hormonal methods. Yeah.
So like now, what are the complications that occur when using the family planning methods?
Complications with family planning are rare, but they are there. Because as we said, they are hormones and others are inserted into our bodies.
Yeah.
So one of the complications is getting bleeding, that is one, or that intermenstrual bleeding. Another complication is maybe when you're hypertensive and you're not aware. So at first you should be taught.
Or you undergo a teaching.
You go undergo a teaching, then you decide on which to choose. Don't wait for your health personnel to choose for you.
Oh, so you don't just rush and take something.
And say I want this.
Yeah.
Be taught, then next take that, whichever your choice is. So as we said, first be taught so that when you choose, you really know I am going to use this hormone into my body, not into a doctor's body. I'm going to get this hormone me, and I have been taught, and it might respond to me this, or it might respond to me in a very good way. So if you're diabetic and you're using a hormonal method, if you're hypertensive, and you're using a hormonal method, your pressures or your blood pressures might go up. So be taught first, so that you are aware. Be screened for hypertension, be screened for diabetes, so that you know, be screened for other conditions like PID or other cervicitis or a sexually transmitted disease before a health worker can insert a coil. Yeah.
And so like, what is your advice to that person? Maybe someone who is working on like a family planning that is not working, someone who want to start, someone who maybe got so much complications, decided to do away with it. What is that one advice you can give them?
Okay, an advice I can give: see your gynecologist. Again, your gynecologist will teach you, or go to a health facility, be taught by those health personnel.
Yeah.
Get a full information and ask questions. Whichever part you don't understand or whichever myth you had there outside, kindly confirm with your doctor, is this true? Is it going to do this to me when I use it? So that when you're making a decision, and kindly go with your partner, don't go alone. For I have seen many females coming alone for family planning. Bring along with your husband. Also your husband can decide, let's use this. And then from there, if you discuss to use this, also he can say, I'm the one going to use this family planning method, which is very rare, in fact. So drag along your husband to the hospital, let him know, also let him be informed, so that when you choose, you are definitely sure that this is how it might respond. I'm going to get acne, I'm going to get a menstrual bleeding, or I'm going not to get menstrual bleeding. Yeah, the normal menses. That when I said amenorrhea, I meant that the menses might go away, but they can come back with time. So this is how it's going to affect my body. Be informed, then make a sober choice. And when it's not responding, see your gynecologist, be assessed again, be taught again, don't give up, and everything will be okay.
Yeah, that's wow. Did you get to hear that using a depo might make you infertile? No, I'm not saying that. She said that. Did you also hear that P2, the famous P2, yenye tunatumianga pale kama emergency pale kijani, did you get to hear it's used for family emergency cases? Meet these and other more, let me tell you, just as you enjoyed, it's more time, it's more everything, maze. Support us pale YouTube. Let's keep this thing working. Let's talk about family issues and to affect remember we are now coming to a more interesting topic, that is the cancer series. We shall go to all types of cancers. Ni hapa tu Dr. Steves, and I'm your host Wagura Kariuki. Remember, this show is powered by the Better Care Hospital, AT Entertainment, and Wilbur Advance. Keep up with us. Like our Facebook page, pale mazi, support us, YouTube channel pale, subscribe, and then share to people who are affected. See vizuri kukaa tu, keep safe this. See you next week, same place, same video, kitu tamu. See you.